Impact of printed text. Okay. I used a smartphone GPS to find my way through cobblestoned maze of Geneva's old town in search of a handmade machine that changed the world more than any other invention. Long statement. So they're talking about a handmade machine that changed the world more than any other invention. He's making a tall claim here. Remember that. Near a 13th century cathedral in the Swiss city on the shores of a lovely lake, I found what I was looking for, a Gutenberg printing press. This was the internet of its day. So he's making a comparison with internet, at least as influential as the iPhone, said Gabriel de Montmolin, the director of the Museum of Reformation, toying with a replica of Johann Gutenberg's great invention. So he was using a replica, not the actual one. Before the invention of the printing press, it used to take 4 monks, so monks wrote books, up to a year to produce a single book. With the advance in movable type in 15th century Europe, one press could crank out 3000 pages a day. Right? So suddenly 4 monks working for 1 year became 3000 pages in one day. Suddenly it grew many-fold, many-fold. Before long, average people could travel to places that used to be unknown to them with maps, right? Medical information passed more freely and quickly, diminishing the sway of quacks. Quacks is your faltu fake doctor called quacks. The printing press offered the prospects that tyrants called autocratic or how do you put it? Dictator is a tyrant, right? Would never be able to kill a book or suppress an idea because printing was there. Otherwise, they could like really burn everything to the ground and then it's all gone forever. But because printing came into place, these people could not completely destroy an idea or a book for that matter. Gutenberg's brainchild broke the monopoly that clerics had on scripture. So clerics in some sense are related to Christianity, religion, right? Or religion in general. People who were part of the religion, they wrote books. So the printing press removed that, and later, stirred by pamphlets from a version of that same press, the American colonies rose up against a king and gave birth to a nation. So he says America got freedom because of this. So a question: in the summer of this 10th anniversary of the iPhone, has the device that is perhaps the most revolutionary of all time given us a single magnificent idea? So he's questioning the iPhone. Nearly every advancement of the written word through new technology has also advanced humankind. So he's saying nearly every advancement of the written word through new technology has also advanced humankind. So he says with every advancement in technology, humankind has advanced. Sure, you can say the iPhone changed everything. By putting the world's recorded knowledge in the palm of a hand, it revolutionized work, dining, travel, and socializing. It revolutionized all of these things. It made us more narcissistic. Here's more of me doing cool stuff, and it unleashed an army of awful trolls. So previously you got to, let's say, chat with people on Orkut. You had to go to a PC, sit in a PC. Sometimes you didn't even have a PC at home. You had to go to an internet browsing center and then do that. So many layers. Now everything is in your palm. You can suddenly become a completely different person at the touch of your palm. We no longer have the patience to sit through a baseball game without that reach to the pocket. So he says, even if you are sitting in a baseball game, you just don't sit and watch. You want to take out your phone and look what is happening. And one more casualty of Apple selling them more than 1 billion phones in a decade's time. Daydreaming has become a lost art. Think about this. Daydreaming, we all used to do daydreaming a lot before. We did not have this something. See, now when I have time, I either go to Reddit or I go to Twitter or somewhere. I am not, I used to stare at a wall and imagine stories, and so it was wonderful. I had a beautiful internal world, but I am not even looking at that because if the moment I get free, I want to look at my phone. For all of that, I am still waiting to see if the iPhone can do what the printing press did for religion and democracy. So he says the printing press did a lot for religion and democracy. I want to see if the iPhone can do that. The Geneva Museum makes a strong case that the printing press opened more minds than anything else. It is hard to imagine the French or American revolutions without those enlightened voices in print. Not long after Steve Jobs introduced his iPhone, he said the bound book was probably headed for history's attic. Attic means your where you throw things on the top, right? Not so fast. After a period of rapid growth in ebooks, something closer to the medium of Chaucer's volumes have made a great comeback. I don't know who this is or what this is, but it means even though after rapid growth in ebooks, there are something else like a book, for example, hopefully in this case, has made a great comeback. Right, so ebook has not taken over everything, is what he's saying. Not so fast. He kind of denies what Steve Jobs said. He said the bound book, which means the book that is printed, the book that is bound and stitched, was probably headed for history's attic. So Steve Jobs said, hey, with the iPhone, probably books are think of the past. Right? But the author says, hey, maybe not, that's not true. The hope of iPhone and the internet in general was that it would free people in closed societies. So the hope was that it will free people in closed societies. But the failure of the Arab Spring and the continued suppression of ideas in North Korea, China and Iran has not borne that out. The iPhone is still young. It has certainly been one of the most important world-changing and successful products in history, as Apple CEO Tim Cook said. But I am not sure if the world changed for the better with the iPhone as it did with the printing press, or merely changed. So the author is kind of skeptical about the usefulness of iPhone. Has it changed the world? The author firmly believes the printing press has changed the world as much or much more than an iPhone has done. So this is what the author is trying to convey. We'll look at the questions. The printing press has been likened to the internet for which one of the following reasons? So the author has compared the printing press with internet of its day, at least as influential as the iPhone. Right? Why does he do that? We look at the options. It enabled rapid access to new information and sharing of new ideas. This is true, maybe your answer. It represented new and revolutionary technology compared to the past. This is true, but less likely to be your answer. It encouraged reading among people by giving them access to thousands of books. No, it could be true, but not your answer. Definitely not your answer. It gave people access to pamphlets and literature in several languages. This is true, but not your answer. I think A fits the best. Right? Why so? Why so? Likened to the internet for which one of the following reasons, right? It enabled rapid access to new information and sharing of new ideas. Think about all the examples given. Doctors and medicine, US and freedom, curtailing or burning of books by tyrants being prevented. All of these talks about rapid access to new information and sharing, right? So A is your answer. According to the passage, the invention of the printing press did all of the following except. So you want to find 3 reasons which is true and 1 reason which is false. Promoted the spread of enlightened political views across the country. It did. It definitely did. This is yes. Not your answer, but yes. Gave people direct access to authentic medical information and religious text. Yes, this is also definitely discussed. Shortened the time taken to produce books and pamphlets? Definitely yes. Enabled people to perform various tasks simultaneously. Nowhere this entire passage has spoken, neither inferred about multitasking. This is your answer. Enabled people to perform various tasks simultaneously. Again, the key is except. 17 passages are less tougher than CAT 19 passages, but still the questions are tricky or takes two additional steps to get your answer. So remember that. Always be on the lookout for except, double negatives, all of that. That is important. Steve Jobs predicted which one of the following with the introduction of the iPhone? What did he predict? People would switch from reading on the internet to reading on the iPhone. Sounds true? Somewhere there we heard something. Let us figure that out. People would lose interest in historical and traditional classics. This is not what he said. He said books might become history. He did not say people would lose interest in history. Reading printed books would become thing of the past. This is something that he said. The production of ebooks would eventually fall. This is not what he said. They even gave an example of why this did not happen, but this is not what he said. Reading printed books would become a thing of the past is what he meant by history. Let us look at this. He said bound book, printed book was headed to history's attic. So the actual printed book is becoming history is what he said. Right now, one sounded mildly true. Why is it not your answer? People would switch from reading to iPhones would have been true, but people would switch from reading on the internet to reading on their iPhones, not true. This is not what he said. He said your books will become obsolete and from there you will use your iPhones to use. Again, another reason why D is also not true. It kind of, the statement sounds like it is true, that is what is being stated, but he did not say production of e-books would fall. If this was books, then probably true, right? Likewise, this was reading from books, then this is also probably true, but that is not what he mentioned. He mentioned reading printed books would become a thing of past or history is what he said, right? Question number 4. I'm still waiting to see if the iPhone can do what the printing press did for religion and democracy. The author uses which one of the following to indicate his uncertainty? So the last paragraph he says he is very skeptical. I told you that, I mentioned already. And he says, I'm still waiting. It is still in the early stages, just 10 years has happened, all of that I'll agree, but I'm still waiting, I'm skeptical, right? So which one of the following to indicate his uncertainty? Rise of religious groups in many parts of the world, this is not what he talks about. Expansion and trolling and narcissism, this is something he talks about, but this is not why he talks about iPhone. Can iPhone become the printing press of today? This is true, but this is not what this statement is relevant to. Continued suppression of free speech in closed societies, yes. Declining reading habits among those who use the device is not even relevant. They did not say anything about this. C is your answer. Continued suppression of free speech in closed societies. Let us go back. Says the last paragraph talks about is being very skeptical. He says, hey, maybe the world has not changed because of the iPhone as much as the printing press changed, because even now North Korea, China, Iran and many other places are still continue suppression of ideas. So he says, hey, maybe the change has not happened, at least as much as what the printing press was capable of pulling off, is what he says, right? So which is why question number 4, C is your answer, right? Question number 5. The author attributes French and American revolutions to the invention of the printing because maps enabled large number of Europeans to travel and settle in the American continent. Again, this is true, but this is not why French and American revolutions were led by printing press. Not true. As in, not the answer that you are looking for. The rapid spread of information exposed people to new ideas on freedom and democracy. This is stated, this is given, this is your answer. It encouraged religious freedom among people by destroying the monopoly of religious readers from the scriptures. Again, this is true, but in this context, is it true? It is not true. As in, this is not what they are talking about in terms of French and American revolutions. It made available revolutionary strategies and opinion to the people. Not true. It did not teach them how to be revolutionary. It taught them what freedom was, what democracy was. It carried forward ideas very quickly. It was not easy to destroy books that were printed, let's say, in about 3,000 pages per day. Right? So, your answer is B. The main conclusion of the passage is that the new technology has some advantage but is outweighed by its disadvantage. This is not what the author spoke about. The conclusion was the last paragraph. We did discuss that last paragraph again when we went back to reading the passage for fourth question, I guess. So far not proved as successful as the printing press in opening people's mind. This is true. Right? Being disappointing because it has changed the society too rapidly. This is not what you are looking for. Being more wasteful than the printing press because people spend more time daydreaming or surfing. This is not what is stated. This is definitely not what is stated. This is your answer. So your entire printing press example and how iPhone compares to it, this entire passage is all about how it can open people's minds, how it can revolutionize people, how it can lead to, let's say, kingdoms falling, how it can lead to people knowing the difference between actual medication and quacks. It is all about improving the lifestyle, improving the people's opinions, improving the people's minds. And the author says iPhone has not yet proved to be that opening. Right? So B is your answer.